up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, closet swing traders? Welcome to Friday morning stock market. Kind of has a little bullish feel to it today, but we are getting stuck at some pretty decent size resistance in the market. Pretty much retesting for most things the high of yesterday. And we'll run through those stocks for sure. Let me just get this screen set up. Looks good. Waiting for a couple more people just to pile in. Hunter, good morning. George is in the house. What is up, George? We got Mike. It's Friday. That's a lot of R's. I like it. I like it. Whew. Wake up, man. Everybody is in the house. Life is not guaranteed, but we all made it today. That's what's up. That's what's up. So let's take a look at the SPY as we always do and see what we missed while we're getting some beauty sleep. By the way, you guys got some good beauty sleep. You guys looking good. I see you. You guys are looking good this morning. Some of you guys dressed up. Some of you went casual Fridays, but it's all good. It's all good. So yep, we did breach the high of yesterday on the SPY very briefly. We got rejected. We have been making in the SPY, we've been making higher highs and some higher lows. So all day yesterday, even though it was a pretty just like realistically, the day kind of just ended where we started. Nothing really happened. If we pull up the daily candle, we got Paul on YouTube. Gabriel on YouTube was up, team. Falco. Just reading a Falco text. That guy makes me laugh. We got Ron the house too. Tony. Rock is here. I'm surprised. I mean, Rock's still early into his retirement, but usually when you get retired, you start showing up late to things because you just lose track of time. So. But you're still in the honeymoon stage. I like that. So you're still here rocking. It's not for the counterfeit Falco Twitter handle, is it? Is there a counterfeit Falco Twitter? Man, I just want to be cool enough to have anybody give me a fake account. I've been trying to get people to hack my stuff. So SPY pretty much yesterday, a little bit indecision. Like we didn't really do much as far as the actual body of the candle. The wicks actually have a little bit more selling pressure. This was a retest gap. We did retest. So technically we did everything we were supposed to, but as soon as we got up to that range, every time we got into this like 393 range. So we'll see where we open. Again, we did breach higher than that yesterday. The market has been selling a lot. I mean, again, we looked at this yesterday. And is it oversold or was it just overbought? And that's kind of the question that I asked myself. Can we go lower? I think so. I think the market just skyrocketed. If a bird flies too high, eventually their wings get burnt. So, I think we're just kind of pulling back a little bit. But the wave count is here. So we do have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be ABC. Obviously, we're gonna have all those moving averages, which was supporting us in a time of need during COVID. They were all acting as some type of support. Those also kind of just came down. One thing which I didn't even pull up before. Actually, hold on. Where's my little pen thing? That's kind of interesting. In a bigger picture of things, that could be left shoulder. This could be the head. This could be the right shoulder. That would make this, which this one I'm going to get an actual line on. Hold on. That would make somewhere around here the head or the neckline. And then that means this entire bounce that we just had is honestly just a test into that neckline. So that could be a horrible sign. All right. I didn't even, how did I miss that head and shoulders? How did I miss that one? But yeah, massive head and shoulders actually by itself on a daily. So that tells me we could have some room to the downside. I think today, right now, it's trying to lean bullish. I don't know how crazy bullish we get. but options do expire today. And I think there's a ton of people in puts, in shorts, things like that. And if we get some kind of a weird, crazy move, I don't think we break the high of, I don't think we break this 403.80 zone. That would be astonishing if we broke that big, massive red candle. We had some volume coming on that too. So just going off the charts, probably looking at maybe 399 we could get to. Let me see VPOC. We're sitting at, we were above yesterday's VPOC, which probably not that hard to do. We're sitting at one from 2 days ago, and then the next target will be 394.87. So where are we at now? 394. We got pretty much into that VPOC. We rejected off that one. If the high of this pre-market could break, the next level up that we're probably looking for is somewhere in this 399.31 zone. So yeah, we're right in that range. That would be also on a daily average coming into the roughly the 10 EMA. So we'll see. That's still a decent move today, though. If that happens, it still would make sense for the overall market that everything is still relatively longer term bearish. It's not really breaking anything. This would be a pivot I'm watching for longer term. So this 408.46, and then we could probably have a decent move somewhere to that 420 zone. I'll be looking forward to 420, maybe even 425, but I think somewhere right around that 420. If that pivot breaks ever, we'll see. I'm sure sometime it will. Fibby Falconia. All right, let's take a look at the Qs. The Qs any bit stronger. That's even a tighter high wave that we had against more selling pressure because of that wick that came in pretty much twice yesterday, a little double top. And again, we did break the highs of yesterday pre-market. That's already starting to give back, which bearish market, sell the rip. So it makes sense that we're kind of struggling around there. That kind of tells me let's be a little patient and open just in case. Again, longer term picture for me is definitely on the bearish side of things, but today we got what's up, Craig? We got Craig in the house. We might get a little bullish move potentially. I mean, still right now, technically we're open inside day. So we tried to breach the high, but that didn't happen yet. So maybe a tight range day, which kind of is annoying for trading. Let's look at Tesla. A doji day. It's possible to have a doji day for sure. I think this would be a little extra. I don't know if we break the low of yesterday. It's possible again that we get. I would lean a little bit more bullish, I think. Just because again, every time we popped up, we did sell, but the bulls are showing a little bit of strength coming into the market. So anytime we've had the dips, they were being bought up at slightly higher levels. So I don't know necessarily that we do get down. If we do break the low of yesterday, just get as many puts as you possibly can. I mean, that looks like a clear breakdown of a head and shoulders. So we will see, but yeah, I think we have to lean a little bit more bullish, at least for the moment. And again, in this area, it's a high wave. High wave is nothing but indecision, and I'll play whichever way gets decided for sure. Elon gate cracking off, yeah. Elon in the news again. So I think he was paying a female flight attendant. Well, not him, SpaceX technically paid $250,000 to Elon. The timing of when the story came out is, I mean, people on the left, or I shouldn't say the left, because there is a lot of normal people on the left. There's a lot of normal people on the right, but then you got extreme people on both sides. So I would say probably the normal people on the left didn't really give two hoots about Elon trying to buy Twitter, but obviously mainstream media did try to make it a big deal. But timing came out for this news story right around this time. So Elon under a little pressure. Not that I think he feels the pressure at all, because he's also the richest person in the world, and I would say a contender for biggest troll I've seen in a while, which if I had that money, I would be too. So I don't think it's going to phase him. But again, you are gapping up on the Elon news, I guess. I don't know. Neo did list on Singapore, so watch Neo today since we're on the EV topic. Neo is up a decent amount today. Let me get some targets on Tesla and then Neo as well. But you might actually get Tesla seems to be just kind of struggling a little bit. Just again, another inside day. Neo has a little bit of a news catalyst that doesn't involve $250,000. Neo. So see if we get Tesla. So see if we get a pullback on Tesla. I'll be watching the 715 range on Tesla. 715. About 714.78 really. So watch that range, 715, 714.78. That's the range I would expect some kind of pullback. And then if we do get any type of a rip in the market today, and actually let me just throw up this chart that I'm looking at so you guys can see it. Just so we could go through the candles on an hourly because they do look kind of decent. I think it would be noteworthy. So here's the hourly chart. We're in a zone of double bottom on Tesla. This is my bullish case on, by the way. So double bottom right down here. We did have buyers come right there. This is where we opened. This is where our support is. So that's decent. And then if we look at the day-to-day pattern, we have a little bit of a bear trap down here with this wick. So it looked like we were just about to tank. Bulls came back again for the second time, so they are holding. And this hourly candle did close as a decent little hammerish candle. We broke out of that, right? We came down, we retested, and now we're gapping above that. So I could actually make a decent case why we could go bullish. The thing I'm looking for, and I don't know where pre-market is, 717. I would see if we can get some kind of a dip, retest this zone. Worst case, we pull back to 710. So maybe we get a retest down there if it's a little bit more sell-off at the beginning. But if we can break, we have the next VPOC that's not really been tested. We tried and attempted over here. We got close. That might be the closest thing we get to the retest, and we don't ever get back up there. But if we start to push bullish, that's at least my target. That's in the 737 range. So that could be a decent day for Tesla if we could get up there. We're trapping some people. I mean, again, you had some selling wicks here. You did have a red candle down here, trapping those people. You had some selling here, some selling in this candle. You do have this reversal candle that came in right here. So this is kind of the range that I'm looking for Tesla. It's a lot of lines, which is true. It's a lot of lines, but makes sense. Neo. So Neo, I think their news catalyst is that they've been listed in Singapore, if I'm not mistaken. So they're getting a little bit of a gap up. Relatively decent gap. So we're actually clearing pre-market. We're clearing this little pivot that we've had over here. Probably puts target somewhere closer to this range, which is probably about 1875-ish. So somewhere in that range would be the next spot. If that range breaks, I mean, we still have $19. Almost some kind of inverse head and shoulders. There's the left shoulder. There's the head. Potentially that's close, kind of the right shoulder. There's a nice little hammer giving us some bullish move. So actually, I think Neo has a little bit more chance, or at least range, than Tesla today. Come on, Buffett skeletons. Anything he buried have been so old. Warren Buffett actually put on some weight. I saw a picture of him the other day. He got a little. He looked like he's in the 8th trimester. Actually, he did put on some weight. I was like, I always remember like Buffett being like just kind of like thin, frailish, always kind of lanky. Let's see. He's so old, he's almost a skeleton. I don't know. No, he went the other way. He got that food money now. He got food money. Roku is the #1 in ARK now instead of Tesla. All right. Pretty much means sell anything to do with Roku. Roku right now for me, probably not a day trade. I was looking for this thing to actually break down because we have some decent untested levels, somewhere around $86 in that range. It's been kind of holding in this range. We have a little bit of a double top, just kind of range bound. Every time we are making higher lows, we almost have some type of just pennant pattern. Bullish or bearish, I mean, we'll figure that out later. We'll see which way we want to break, but that seems to be the range for Roku for right now. Again, we do have some levels up here we can retest. Market's not really giving us a good positive spin on saying, hey, let's get overly aggressively bullish with everything. But for me, I don't really understand Roku. I just don't. Maybe that's just a me thing. Roku before the Fire Stick, I think, was decently cool. I still don't understand how they make money. Like I just don't understand Roku at all. So for me, I'm just whatever. I'd rather just buy Amazon and play that one. Does Roku sell ads on their platform? I couldn't even tell you. Couldn't even tell you. Could not even tell you. I hope they do more than just sell the $35 Roku stick that most TVs just come installed with at this point. Delta. So Delta's got some range. Again, I'll be looking for a little pullback first. Targets, if we get any type of bullish move, I'll be looking for about 40.64. We're kind of just dead smack in the middle of a range right now. So I don't really see anything that says, okay, definitely let's go bullish. Nice little doji down there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could be still in wave 5, probably come up to that 40.66 range. And then we kind of have to see how it interacts up there. Roblo, the strongest stock in the world as of the last 2 days. I'll give it actually 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6 days. Besides that, anybody still holding Roblox is just looking to lose less money at this point. Targets on Roblox today, which we have we have 2 VPOCs over here. We have some volume coming back in, but if we get some continued bullish move on Roblox, that could actually take us up to about 36.72 would be my targets in that range. If that one breaks, we definitely have some higher range targets, about 40.57, potentially even $42. Again, I don't know that the market is that bullish, but you do have that head and shoulders. 1, 2, 3. We have some kind of a neckline right here ish. So if we could break this neckline, I probably expect that $36 range to test. We do something like that, and maybe that happens. So break, retest, and then look for some continued bullish move. But we're pretty much sitting at that neckline right now on Roblox. So we'll have to see if that could get some more momentum. Apple, which was actually really weak yesterday. I mean, the market was kind of flat. This thing was getting tanked. Scott says, I like my Roku much better than my Fire Stick. But in the end, they're just a streaming device. Yeah, I don't know. I have Roku and I have Amazon. I can't tell the difference. And again, maybe I have an older model of the Roku one. The Roku stick, I guess it's called, or Roku. I don't even know what it's called. Just the Roku, I think it's Roku stick. Apple, so kind of decent gap, but again, it's been showing some weakness. We are slightly above the 10 EMA with this pre-market move on Apple. We're right there. We are trapping some sellers that came in on Apple. This one we might see a move again. Watch some 140.67 range. But we definitely have untested VPOC at 148.23. I think at some point this thing gets some kind of a corrective bounce at some point. But we are we have some resistance that we're going to be pulling into as well. So just watch out for an extreme bullish move on Apple. I don't think we really got a catalyst. Gabriel saying SARK. Sark. You're gapping down. You're trapping some people. It's a decent bearish gap. Next target on this one to go short though is about $62. So right now pre-market 62.80. That's not going to give us much range. I want to be hopeful that at least we could break that. 60.70 is the next range down. 60.20 is after that. So we have some ranges to kind of drop, but I don't think we have that much price action as of yet. Yeah, we still have a big if it doesn't hold this level, we could see some deeper moves, but again, that's still only going to take us to 60. So we're just not going to get that much range. What is this? Tuttle Capel short ETF. I don't know. I'm going to go bullish just because I like the word Tuttle. For no reason, chart looks kind of gross, but I like the word Tuttle. I don't know why. Instead of shorting ARK, you could just go long ARK. Oh, instead of shorting SARK, you just go, yeah. So it's an inverse. But yeah, again, I would rather short. I would rather play the Tuttle. This one's decent. SYK. I'll be looking for. So the one thing we got to watch for this one is we are at that 10 EMA, which we got rejected. We tried to break through it the other day. That got rejected. We do have some wicks at the bottom coming in. This is a retest spot. This one might look good. We just have to get through that 10 EMA on the hourly chart, which right now we're still pre-market below it. And then we probably be looking for about 233.76 would be the range. So that's got a decent move ahead of it. You could even see maybe 234.36. So that one has a little bit more upside. I'd much rather play that one. AMD. Little hammer. This entire move came to a retest. We are trapping some shorts. We are back above the 10 EMA. We are sitting above the range of yesterday's VPOC. So that looks decent. We could have a continued move. Again, I'd probably be hoping and wanting at least. I mean, I could hope and want all I want, but I would like to see a 98.33 zone if I want to try to go long. I think I already set an alarm yet. So before I even hopped on the show, I set an alarm for right there. If I can get some kind of pullback to 98.33-ish, 98.37, that's the spot I would prefer to go long, and I would have stops pretty much, I guess, underneath this candle, about 96.50. So that'd be about roughly $1.75, $1.80 risk to reward. But to the upside, yeah, we could definitely retest. I got this little thing in the way. We could probably retest this 102.30 zone. So that looks decent. Let's see if NVIDIA has any bullishness to it. NVIDIA. All right, so it's gapping up as well. Same thing, trapping some people. NVIDIA sitting at this VPOC from back here. That's not bad. Target 1, 176.82. Target 2, 178.90. So yeah, we have some upside. They're not going to be crazy. Once we break this 179.98, that's what I'm kind of looking for, and then we could probably make a move to about 188. That gives me a much better upside potential. Otherwise, we're kind of just inside this chop zone still, and we could get chopped around. But as long as you have the right stops in place, you should be okay. Yeah, Rock, we did look, man, Rock, keep up. I know you're retired and stuff. You sitting there in your Florida house just drinking pina coladas all day, but we did Apple already. It is, yeah, so it is popping. We are also above that 10 EMA. The only concern that I have, and I'll still play it bullish if we get the opportunity, but I'd much rather go bullish rather than bearish at this point. But 140.70 is the initial target. If that breaks, we have decent room to the upside. So just watch that range. I don't know how it's going to interact. If we do go crazy bullish today, then yeah, we could get potentially back up there. I mean, that's a good range on Apple, but we're going to be looking at the 140.70 zone. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. How much time we got left? We got 3 more minutes. Any other tickers that you guys want, throw that into the chat pane. We'll cover it real quick. ITC. No idea what this company is actually, but ITC, the way it's moving, is this something in the energy sector? Yeah, we're pretty much, to me, it looks like we're at all-time highs. This thing already went on some crazy move. If you're holding the position, like, this is not the time, I don't think, to buy it up here. I'd have to wait for some kind of dip for me personally. If you're in it, move your stops up. See if you get some, or just take profit. See if you get some kind of move. You're still above the 10 EMA on an hourly chart, but yep. ROST, yeah, they're getting killed, down 23%ish, I think, today, pre-market, if I'm not mistaken. Where? Yes, this is one of the ones I got to zoom out real far. There we go. Yep, absolutely murdered. These type of gaps I don't love to trade, but I gotta flip this to a daily chart. These are just big, massive gaps. I mean, we're clearing every pivot you could possibly imagine. We have a little bit of, so Ross Stores was the victim of the 20% gap down. I don't know who it's going to be today. It's getting exciting. I mean, they look weak. You can see probably maybe a little continued selling into like the 64.71 range, but we are down a lot. Like, that's a massive move already. So I think I'd much rather be looking for a bullish setup. The ones that have gapped down the last couple of days that are like 23%, 25%, a lot of times typically we've not really done that much activity that day. So it's just been kind of indecision days after that big drop. A lot of times previously to this last 2 months, we'd see a big gap down, and then we have either people freaking out or buying it up. Last couple of days, if you look at some of those other stocks like Cisco, like, they didn't really do much after. Netflix was the same thing. So we'll see. Deere has a gap and go. Yeah, Deere looks better for a short, I would say. We do have some level of support down here, but yeah, for the most part, we're below some pretty key levels. And I would be, the bell is rang. Oh, that's pretty much my alarm, YouTube. I have to go. I have to run. You guys have been awesome. Enjoy your weekend. Make sure you guys hit that little like button, subscribe button, do that thing that you guys do. And then we'll catch you guys on Monday. Be safe in the markets.